Helga Hufflepuff. Helga Hufflepuff was one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. She is considered one of the most powerful witches of the medieval era. Helga was renowned for her inclusive philosophy, taking students regardless of blood status or background. Her greatest magical contribution was her expertise in food-based charms and domestic enchantments, many of which are still used in the Hogwarts kitchens today. She created spells and enchantments that could conjure, preserve, and transform food in safe and efficient ways, a revolutionary skill in a time when magic was less systematized. Helga also imbued her personal cup with powerful protective magic, an artifact later turned into a Horcrux by Lord Voldemort. Her legacy set the foundation for a house known for loyalty, hard work, and fairness. But her magical talents placed her far above the stereotype of simplicity or softness. Nymphadora Tonks. Nymphadora Tonks was a highly skilled witch and a fully qualified Auror, the elite dark wizard-catching force of the British Ministry of Magic. Trained under the demanding standards of Alastor Mad-Eye Moody, Tonks demonstrated exceptional magical talent, particularly in defensive and combative magic. What made her especially unique was her status as a metamorphmagus, a rare magical ability that allowed her to change her appearance at will without the use of Polyjuice Potion or spells. This ability required significant innate magical control. As a member of the Order of the Phoenix, Tonks fought in major battles, including the Battle of the Department of Mysteries, the Battle of the Astronomy Tower, and the Battle of Hogwarts. Her dueling skills were strong enough to earn her respect from both Death Eaters and seasoned Aurors. Tonks also managed to survive multiple encounters with high-level threats, including Bellatrix Lestrange and Antonine Dolohov, until her death in the final battle. Pomona Sprout. Professor Pomona Sprout served as the head of Hufflepuff House and the long-standing professor of herbology at Hogwarts. While not a traditional duelist, her magical strength was evident in her mastery of complex magical plants and their uses in healing, protection, and combat. She cultivated and deployed dangerous magical flora such as mandrakes, devil's snare, and venomous tentacula, each requiring detailed knowledge and precise magical control. During the Battle of Hogwarts, Professor Sprout used her botanical expertise to weaponize plants against Death Eaters, launching enchanted vines and deploying mandrakes whose cries incapacitated enemies. Her skill set emphasized practical applied magic over flashy spellwork, but her command of herbological magic made her a formidable figure in defense and healing. She also played a key role in the restoration of the school after Voldemort's first fall, and she trained generations of students in vital magical disciplines. Theseus Scamander. Theseus Scamander was a celebrated war hero and head Auror at the British Ministry of Magic during the early 20th century. Recognized for his leadership and courage during the First World War, he earned the title of War Hero, not through political favor, but through battlefield merit and magical effectiveness. As an Auror, he was trained to handle highly dangerous magical threats and showed exceptional ability in investigative and combative magic. Theseus played a key role in the international pursuit of Gellert Grindelwald, one of the most powerful dark wizards in history. He operated at the highest levels of magical law enforcement and frequently confronted dangerous magical criminals, demonstrating precise wand work and advanced spellcasting under extreme conditions. His strategic mind and combat training allowed him to lead squads of Aurors, and he stood out as one of the most capable wizards of his generation in both offense and defense. Newt Scamander. Newton Artemis Fido Scamander was a magizoologist, author, and one of the foremost experts on magical creatures in history. Although often perceived as shy and eccentric, Newt possessed highly specialized magical abilities that made him extraordinarily powerful in his own right. He created magically expanded environments within his suitcase that safely housed dozens of dangerous creatures, an act requiring sophisticated mastery of undetectable extension charms, environmental transfiguration, and continuous containment spells. His deep understanding of magical beasts allowed him to handle creatures that could overpower most wizards, including nifflers, bowtruckles, thunderbird, and even an obscurus, a volatile and destructive parasitic force. Newt also demonstrated exceptional defensive magic, successfully evading and fighting dark wizards, including Gellert Grindelwald's followers. He played a pivotal role in exposing Grindelwald's global rise, operating independently of official aura channels. His combination of magical fieldwork, non-aggressive problem-solving, and advanced enchantment makes him one of Hufflepuff's most unorthodox yet powerful members. Cedric Diggory. Cedric Diggory was a highly accomplished student at Hogwarts, known for his exceptional magical ability, leadership, and moral integrity. As a prefect and Quidditch captain, Cedric demonstrated both discipline and competence. He was chosen as the Hogwarts champion in the Triwizard Tournament, a competition that tested magical strength, intelligence, and courage under life-threatening conditions. Cedric successfully completed the first 2 tasks, retrieving a golden egg from a dragon and rescuing a loved one from the depths of the Black Lake, demonstrating skilled use of summoning charms, underwater breathing spells, and creative problem-solving under pressure. During the 3rd task, he navigated a cursed maze filled with magical traps and creatures, holding his own against experienced adversaries and magical enchantments. Although he was ultimately murdered by Peter Pettigrew on Voldemort's orders, Cedric reached the Triwizard Cup on equal footing with Harry Potter, proving his place among the strongest Hufflepuffs of his time. Fat Friar. The Fat Friar is the ghost of Hufflepuff House and was, in life, a skilled medieval wizard and devout cleric. Although less is known about his magical accomplishments compared to others on this list, historical references suggest that the Friar was adept in healing magic and charitable enchantments, particularly those used for curing ailments and producing food. He was educated at Hogwarts and later joined a monastic order, where he used his magic to aid the sick and hungry, an act considered both generous and magically advanced during a period when spellwork was often rudimentary and inconsistent. His magical proficiency was enough to earn suspicion from the Church, leading to his execution. The ability to perform repeated healing spells and magical conjurations during the Middle Ages, when spell development was still evolving, places him among the more capable wizards of his time. His legacy persists as a symbol of benevolent magic rooted in both skill and compassion. Liane. Liane was a lesser-known but capable witch and a student at Hogwarts during the Second Wizarding War. She was a close friend of Katie Bell and became involved in the conflict between the Death Eaters and Dumbledore's allies. While Liane did not demonstrate flashy or extraordinary magical feats, she played a critical role during a pivotal event. When Katie Bell was cursed by a necklace intended for Dumbledore, Liane resisted the curse's effects and managed to get her friend emergency help. This required not only courage, but magical awareness and composure under threat. While her full magical training and abilities remain undocumented, Liane's inclusion reflects a broader definition of strength that includes quick thinking, magical presence of mind, and readiness to act in emergencies. In a wartime environment where many students were paralyzed by fear, her ability to respond constructively under crisis conditions distinguished her as a magically capable and resilient young witch. Hannah Abbott. Hannah Abbott was a Hufflepuff student in the same year as Harry Potter and became a prominent member of Dumbledore's Army, the secret student organization formed to resist the regime of Dolores Umbridge and later the Death Eaters. She trained in advanced defensive spells, dueling, and counter-curses under the guidance of Harry Potter, successfully learning and applying complex magic outside the standard curriculum. Hannah fought in the Battle of Hogwarts, standing against experienced dark wizards and surviving the conflict. After the war, she pursued further magical training and eventually became the landlady of the Leaky Cauldron and a certified healer at St. Mungo's Hospital for Magical Maladies and Injuries. Becoming a qualified healer required proficiency in a wide range of magical disciplines, including potion making, spell-based diagnosis, and magical first aid. Hannah's ability to transition from student resistance fighter to medical professional speaks to both her magical versatility and long-term strength as a witch. Zacharias Smith. Zacharias Smith was a member of Dumbledore's army and a Hufflepuff student during Harry Potter's time at Hogwarts. While often portrayed as skeptical and critical, his inclusion in the DA and participation in organized magical resistance reflects a baseline level of magical proficiency. He trained in defensive magic, including shield charms, disarming spells, and stunning spells, core components of combat readiness in wartime. Despite his combative attitude, Zacharias showed initiative by joining the DA early and later fought in the Battle of Hogwarts, an indication of both bravery and applied magical skill. His survival of the battle, alongside other student combatants, suggests competence under pressure and the ability to function during large-scale magical conflict. Though not the most celebrated member of his house, his training and participation during key events of the Second Wizarding War earn him a place among Hufflepuff's most active and battle-tested young wizards.